Welcome everyone, and welcome to another Freebie Friday. I'm Rob C. Hinds. Now, I've been receiving a lot of messages about a certain topic which has got a multitude of different areas associated with it, and it's branding. Branding. Now, because it's got so many topics to it, and I really like to keep these Freebie Friday videos short, just so that I know that everybody can keep their attention on it. So I'm not going to go into all of the topics of branding, but I'm just going to go over some of the things which are of importance when you are thinking about branding yourself. Now, branding doesn't necessarily just belong with companies. Branding is also the individual. So whether it is that you're a single business person, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a traditional business owner, whenever at some stage you are actually going to start to think about branding yourself and branding your business. Now, like I said, there's many different facets to it, but the things that you've really got to consider is one, start asking yourself, who are you? What do you stand for? What is your stance? What are your values? What do you believe in? What are your core intrinsic values? What are the characteristics that make you up? Now, you have to start to know all these before you can start branding yourself, because you have to know where it is that you're starting. What is it that who are you? And then you've also got to see then, once you've actually started to detail who you are, you then got to see what is it that you want to improve about yourself. So are you someone who continually arrives late? Do you need to improve your timekeeping? Are you someone who's not very integral? You'll do things when you're on your own that you wouldn't do when you're in front of other people. So you've got to start looking at yourself, really start to look at your qualities and start to see where you can better those qualities. So that's the branding about yourself first. Then when you start to move on to branding your business, you're then going to have to start to ask yourself questions about your business. Where do you want your business to be? What type of business are you trying? What's the message that you're putting out about your business? Where is it that you want to be standing? How do you want people to look at your business? Do you want them to get the impression of reliability? Do you want them to get the impression of integrity? Do you want them to get the impression of it's a fantastic product or service? So where is it that you want to be placed within? What is it? How you want people to view your business? Then you want to start thinking about, and just think about examples. If we were talking about symbols, if you saw the BMW symbol, what does that mean to you? Or if you saw the Mercedes symbol, BMW and Mercedes are both German manufactured cars. And if you think about German manufactured cars, you probably think about efficiency, you think about reliability, you think about sturdiness. If you think about British cars, i.e. a Rolls-Royce or Aston Martin, you think about workmanship, you think about quality, you think about refinement. If you think about Italian cars, you're going to be thinking about a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Bugatti. You're going to be thinking about speed, about style, about finesse. So there's certain images that get conjured up when you think about the symbol. And this is what you want to be taken into your business. Think about what is it that you want to reflect. So when people see your logo or they see your business or they see your brand, they know exactly what to expect, because you act with integrity, because you always arrive on time, because you are knowledgeable, because you like helping others. So those are the characteristics that start with the characteristics of yourself. Then start to think how you can improve upon the ones that you really want to be reflected for, you want to be expressed through you. Then start to think about what it is that you want the characteristics of your business to be, and then start to move it through that way. Now, some of the other things that you can start to consider is, because we live in an age now of high technology, a lot of people use social media, and they use social media to brand themselves. So they will use some of the portals. They'll use Facebook. You'll find that you'll use Twitter, you'll use LinkedIn, you'll use Instagram. Now, they're all used in different ways, but once you start to use them, then you start expressing your brand. So people will be looking for a certain type of quality from you, depending on the brand, on the characteristics that you've started to express from your business. Now, your brand isn't something that just operates from 9 till 5. And it turns itself off from 5 in the evening till 9 the next morning. Your brand operates 24/7, 365, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So you have to be your brand. You have to become your brand. People will see you and they will associate you with your brand. So if you're using social media, think about what it is that you're posting. Be really careful about what you're posting. but do it in conjunction, do it in alignment with what your brand is expressing. Now, as a person, everybody should have a vision and everybody should have a purpose. I've spoke about these on separate Freebie Friday videos. Now, if you are doing your brand should have a mission. So people should be able to read your mission about what your brand is, and they should be able to associate that with you. So your brand is very reflective of you. You will become your brand. So if you are doing anything interesting, or if you want if you don't want something to be reflected, think about it. Whatever you're posting, really start to think, does this reflect my brand? Is this putting out the message, the image, what it is that I am trying to, the picture that I'm trying to create around my brand? Now, if you start to look at other people's brands, try to pick really good examples. Think of people in your field, or people who you admire, people who you look up, role models, and then start to look at their brand. Start to see what they represent. Start to see if there's a symbol that you can see very quickly, and you can think of what images conjure up about that brand. I've just finished reading or listening to the autobiography of Michael Jordan, and most people will recognize a number for Michael Jordan, number 23. Most people, if you see 23, you will think of Michael Jordan, you will think of Air Jordan, you will think of trainers, you will think of quality, you will think of best basketball player in the world. So immediately those symbols will conjure up images. And what you want to do is want people to think of your brand and have them conjure up really good positive images of who you are. So you really do start to take into consideration your brand, with how you're going to be doing it, what's the core message that you're trying to get over. Start to look at yourself, start to look at how you want to translate that into your business, into your brand, and then start to live it. Really start to become your brand. Okay, and like I said, it's a very, very complex subject. There's lots of different facets, but I hope I've just given you an overall view of what it is once people start to saying, okay, well, you need to start to improve your brand, you need to create your brand, you need to expand your brand. Okay, well, just a short note. I hope to see quite a lot of you at an event which is happening in London on Saturday. There's a gentleman who is a colossus in the personal development industry. His name is John Canary, and he's doing a 100 Days to Greatness seminar, which is taking place at the Connaught Rooms in Holborn in central London. And that's going to be Saturday the 30th of May in central London. If you are going to be, there'll be a link coming up. The link should be on the screen now. And if you follow that link, then you'll be able to get tickets for this. Now, this is a free event, and all they are asking is for £10 to cover refreshments and snacks. So John Canary is someone who's got 50 years experience in the business. He's co-created the Born Rich program with Bob Proctor. Who he hasn't worked with is probably not even worth putting on the list. This guy has worked with everybody. I've had the chance to speak with him at an event, and some of the things that he said I put into action immediately. He's a phenomenal person, a really great guy, and definitely come down to London. And what you will hear, the content that you will hear from delivered by John is absolutely amazing. Very, very powerful information. So that's happening on this Saturday the 30th of May in central London, and you can see on the screen the link to follow to be able to get yourself tickets. Well, have a fantastic weekend. I shall see you next Friday on Freebie Friday with another great topic. All you got to do until then is keep reading, keep studying, and above all, keep growing. See you later. I'm Rob C. Hinds.